It's all brought to you by the Professional Dance Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the quarterfinalists. Would you please welcome from England, a Masters champion, the winner of 3 PDC titles. He takes part in his 8th World Championship and is taking part in his 2nd World Championship quarterfinal. Ladies and gentlemen, Hollywood! Ladies and gentlemen, from England, a 2-time European champion, the winner of the World Match Play. And ladies and gentlemen, he is the former champion of the world voltage, Robby.
Go then, our first session of darts in 2024. Not a bad way to kick it off, is it? The race to the semi-finals starts right here. We got Rob Cross, the world number 8, world champion back in 2018, and he is back in the quarterfinals for the first time since winning that world title. Wins this tournament over Thibaut Tricol, Jeffrey de Graaf, and then Johnny Clayton, averaging around 98 for the tournament, and he's looked good, to be honest with you. Well, some people's outside pick coming into this tournament, having been super consistent this year and making the final of the Grand Slam a month before the World. So can he go a step closer to the title here? Well, if Cross was an outsider, maybe Dobey was in that category as well. World number 17, Masters champion last January. He had a great 2023, and that has just continued this tournament. If anything, he's been one of the standout players. A 103 average in beating Willie O'Connor, 102 in a thriller with Ross Smith, and then 102 again in a 4-0 demolition job on last year's world champion Michael Smith. We spoke about it at the top of the show. 3 meetings in 2023, and Chris Dobey has won all 3 of them. So who wins this quarter-final clash here then? For the first time this year, let's head to comms and join John Part and Stuart Pike.
The nerves are jangling, the adrenaline is pumping. A semi-final spot on the line in the World Championship. And what a tournament it's been. 3 days to go. 7 games to go before we find out the new world champion. Yeah, 3 consecutive ton-plus averages in the same club as the likes of Taylor and Anderson and Wright and Gerwyn Price. Rob Cross, incredible to think it was 6 years ago that he was last playing in the quarterfinals at the Ali Pally, and we all know what happened then. Big first set, Cross with the darts. Here we go, 1st to 5, best of 9. Happy New Year, John Parr.
Yeah, Happy New Year, and what a way to start it. The first quarterfinal is also the one with the least to separate the two players as far as the odds makers are concerned. And as far as I'm concerned, I can't figure it out, but we'll certainly find out the answer. Well, the experience and the wily Rob Cross and his great finishing somehow help him get past this Dobey darts machine. No one else has been able to figure out how to do that yet.
Yeah, he's going to have to match Dobey, and he's doing that as far as the scoring is concerned. Cross's finishing, yeah, statistically the best of the 8 players still left in it, but Dobey's scoring, statistically the best of all the 8 players left in it. What a day. It's always a special day, New Year's Day, and Rob Cross trying to do special things. How close can Dobey get in this tense opening leg?
96. Robby 111.
Yeah, it's a long match, but this first leg might decide quite a bit.
Tops it is. 18, double 18 was the alternative.
91. Mr. Require 89.
Dobey picks the opener. Brilliant. Ruthless. And Dobey does strike first. 14 dart break of throw. Decent job.
Well, I don't think Rob will be overly concerned yet, obviously, but or even that he got broken by Dobey in 14. It'll be more a fact of he'll be concerned that he didn't finish in 15. Like, he had it set up, and he'll want to settle down a bit, bounce back.
$57.
Well, Cross getting out ahead, trying to break back here. Not a great leg from Dobey to support his break of throw.
58.
Really struggling here. 9 darts to get the 3-4-3s to.
Yeah, it's something that we haven't seen for a while, and Chris Dobey has been so good, especially with those first 3 darts.
58.
Just going a bit below, isn't he? That's a good last one. There's still a chance here for Dobey. With a 140, well, he might look at the treble 19s, and that'll do very nicely.
Yeah, he might end up needing to take that 106, but still, Rob has work to do. Well, he's got dart 1 taken care of on this finish, and dart 2. Dart 3 is the bullseye. What a great feeling this could give him. Well, in the end, though, he's left tops, so it still falls to Dobey here.
Treble 18 to leave that double 16, but he's been way off, hasn't he, in this leg, Chris Dobey? No doubt the nerves, John, are going to affect both of them.
Well, and this is one where Cross has to get this, and he does. First dart in, and you can see the little celebration there. Just, okay, great, I'm rolling now. Because if you just keep missing from the outset, then it really sets a bad tone. Especially when you're dealing with playing Chris Dobey in his current form.
Well, that's arguably Dobey's worst leg of the tournament as far as actually scoring is concerned.
Well, I'll go here. It's his worst leg of the year.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. For once, John. You know how they'll be feeling. You come back after New Year on that stage, and you know there's so much at stake. The biggest prize of all is within touching distance, and there has to be nerves.
Yeah, it's not the hugest break because it's just the one day, and they're probably pretty worn out from playing a couple of days ago. So, you know, it's absolutely ideal. In fact, it won't feel like they've been waiting forever. But certainly it's the quarterfinal of a world championship, and so much opportunity and meaning in this match, just going forward.
It had to be. That first dart was perfect for Dobey.
And he's really set himself up nicely to create yet another break of throw here in this match.
Real loose last one from Rob Cross. Big dart at double 10. Is it going to be 3 straight breaks of throw? It is. 6 darts, 280 points, leg 1. And all of a sudden, Dobey's now throwing for the set.
Well, he hasn't looked comfortable at all on his own throw. I mean, that was the case in the last time. The same thing's happening again to him. Rob doesn't mind being invited through the door.
Again, falling short, Dobey. Switch to the 18s, switch to the 19s. 6 darts, throwing for the set. Big trebles, 0. And now he's being punished.
Yeah. Didn't get his first 180 of the match, but did take full advantage here.
That's the range.
And it was almost born of the necessity, pure and simple. It just kind of a little slap from Rob. He knew he had to hit it. The concentration just clicked in on autopilot.
Tell you what, this has been brilliant from Cross, though.
Yeah, he set up a potential 12-dart leg here. Nothing that Dobey can do about it. Well, he can pressure. That's something he can
do. Will those first 6 darts cop Chris Dobey? Cross leaves the treble 17 and then the red bit in the middle. So Dobey has responded superbly after that poor start to the leg. This for the opening set of the quarter-final. 1 dart.
35. Robby requires 68.
That was way off.
And Cross, one of the best parts of his game, seems this year, is his finishing. This to stay alive in the set. He'll get 1 dart. And it's at a double 16.
Hasn't missed this too much during this tournament.
52.
But he misses it there.
Pressure requires 40.
Yeah. Fancy Chris here.
Pulled low. That one bang in the middle. Far from his best, but Chris Dobey rescued by 180s in the last 2 legs, which in effect have given him the advantage. They've given him the set against the darts. Quarterfinals day at the World Championship.
Football. Well, here on quarter-finals day, it is that man there, Chris Dobey, who has an early advantage. Rob Cross had a dart to take the first set to a deciding leg, but he couldn't take the opportunity. So Hollywood with the first set on the board. Let's get back to the action then and rejoin John and Stu.
Yeah, John was saying during the break that all things being equal, the best player won the first set, John.
Yeah, Chris pretty much outscoring Rob. He had the one really lousy leg, the second leg, and the fourth leg wasn't a great start, but he finished well. And
First leg is Chris to throw first.
Rob is going to be looking to get going a little better. He's only 1 of 4 on doubles, so that's let him down just slightly. He missed that double 16 on the 68 to keep the set alive, and that's not like him really at his best.
93.
Well, Chris Dobey alluded to it in the interview before we started, but one of the worst moments of his career, July 2022, came against Rob Cross in the World Match Play. It was an astonishing collapse, an even more astonishing comeback from Cross. Rob Cross won first round game 11-9. Chris Dobey had led 8-2. As he said, he vowed he would get revenge. He vowed it would never happen again. Well, he's won his last 4 against Cross, including the Masters final in January, and he beat him in the World Championship here 12 months ago in the last 16. So anything along those lines will do Dobey very nicely indeed.
Yeah, so Cross, he'll need some good timing in this. This is only a setup visit for Chris. He's not too bothered. 58's just as good as anything else. Big singles gets him down where he'll have 2 darts for a double. And Cross will be under marginal pressure to hold his throw and not start having legs fall by the wayside.
Double 10 has been very kind to him. 3 of the legs he's won so far on double 10, and it is again for Chris Dobey. Big hold as well, John, at the start of set 2.
Yeah, now as I was getting at, Rob needs to hold his throw here or he'll risk getting swept in the set and really letting Dobey feel in complete control. And I think he might have that feeling already.
Well, Cross needs to start finding those 180s.
Well, that's a little unlucky. Good try at it. Well, I think winning that first set is whatever nerve or discomfort Dobey was feeling, it's put it right. And he's back to where we've seen him all tournament long right now.
Worth reminding you, the winner will play either Luke Littler or Brendan Dolan in the semi-finals. And that match is coming up this afternoon as well.
Well, Rob can still maybe rescue the leg. And that's a good start at it.
58 scores.
He's got 150 left. He might go for the bull. Who knows? Maybe 60. Yeah, well, in the end, not too bad.
128.
Leads the treble 20. Sloppy visit, poor visit.
90.
So a leg after he hit the 180 that Dobey was in control of, and he's not really left it that handy either. In case Rob Cross misses it, it was the last dart that may cost him. We shall see.
It's bad when you miss a target by that much, but you have to go back at it because he had to go for the 54 again.
Yeah. What a chance. He knows it. What a chance, John Park.
Yeah, and then anything normally you would fancy 48 for Cross to go. And it does. Dobey, in that miss, those 2 misses at double, has afforded Cross a chance to settle down a bit here.
Yep, clearly on his mind still as well. That was, for Dobey, that was total control, wasn't it? A set up and 2 legs up.
With throw. But now it's Rob attacking throw.
And now he is settled down.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Dobey had a trebleless visit. And Cross had everything in the treble.
Make a little note of that. Leg 2, set 2, John. It may yet be very significant.
Well, leg 3 might be very significant. He's only on a 9-dart leg. Completely burst to life.
All because he won a leg he had no right to win. New Year's Day history at the Ali Pali, I wonder. And another. Well, his face there tells you everything. Angry because it was so perfect for him to follow it up.
And he loves that treble 18 setting up. I know it didn't look like it last leg, but that is something he adores, using that treble 18. And the double finish as well. But he didn't get the crack at the double. But he is buzzing, and he feels great, and he has 2 darts for double 8. And that's the part of the board he loves best to finish on.
Well, it wasn't a 9, but it was an 11. And Rob Cross has turned this around and he's thrown to make it 1 set all. Dobey missing 2 darts to make it 2-0, and that would have been 4 consecutive legs. Different complexion about this now.
57.
Straight back by Dobey. Straight back at you, John.
His 4th. This the 8th leg. And only one player has had a better 180 per leg rate prior to the quarterfinals than Dobey, and that's MVG. Just slightly, very marginally.
Quality quarterfinals so far, with both players averaging 99 as Dobey chases another. And that's his 5th 180.
And when I speak of that, I mean of players remaining in.
Got to give young Chris Dobey a lot of credit here, John. The way he's battled back.
9.
Well, this will be some way to win a set at the World Championship in a quarter-final.
Threatened. He got the first dart of this earlier. Not this time.
91.
Well, he's missed his last 4 darts
32.
over on this side of the board. Never looked likely, did it?
Yeah, he's thinking there should be a -8 segment so I can get back to tops.
I think that's 5 missed darts to win the leg and force a deciding leg. He's missed his last 7 darts over that side of the board at 16 and 8, and it's now double 18. Rob Cross misses 1 for the set.
That's a pretty big let-off.
8.
Dobey now with 3 in hand for double 4, and if he gets it, we'll have the throw and a decider. So that was a pretty important miss that Cross just had.
I wonder whether tops will be Chris Dobey's double of choice from here on in, John.
Well, what we have here are 2 very uncomfortable quarterfinalists who both had significant misses, and probably neither one feeling too happy about themselves or their game right now, although there's been a lot of great darts here. Good averages, 97, 98.
Rob Cross, John, missing 1 dart for the set.
98.
After 2 brilliant legs to give him control of the set. He may end up losing it. Well, it looks like he's going to end up losing it. 6 180s already for Dobey.
58.
How quickly things can turn. One way, then t'other, John.
And even more so with our set format.
114, yeah.
I mean, what double will he get to? I'm thinking he goes the tops for sure here now because he's at 54.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to go anywhere near that 32 anymore.
Dobey with a fantastic 12-darter, and I'll tell you what, that shows some courage and some bottle. Chris Dobey, the dream start. Rob Cross not going to plan. Dobey, 2 sets to the good. I think that was sarcastic applause about himself. Dobey will be delighted. 2-0, averaging nearly 106 180s. But the key stat in that set has been spotted by my Canadian friend.
Yeah, well, Rob Cross, we see 3 of 7 for the match and over 2 sets. But in that set, he was 2 of 3 at double, and it was that one miss. He needed to be perfect. So one miss cost him the set. So basically, Dobey's forcing Cross to be perfect in order to beat him.
Yeah, 99 average Dobey, 97 average Cross, and the numbers have been stacking up really from the first dart. That's 7 now, 7 180s for Dobey, and we're only in leg 11 of this match.
And that could be a costly 20 points lost for Rob. You never know.
The other little thing nagging at Chris Dobey is that he reached the quarterfinals 12 months ago. You may remember. Played Michael van Gerwen, was swept aside in less than an hour by 5 sets to 0 and won only 3 legs. He was embarrassed by that.
Well, he's already 2 sets better.
Absolutely. But then the next month, maybe a significant career moment in winning the Masters, getting picked for the Premier League. And this year, quarterfinals at the match play, the Grand Prix and the European Championship. He wants to go one big step further. He's back at double 16, John.
90. Robby requires 68.
I'm not sure. It's what he fancies, isn't it? It's what he wants to do, but tops was the option.
And this is a shot that Rob missed earlier in the match. And I want to pin that double 16. Missed again. Same fashion.
16.
So a comfortable break opportunity. A 13 dart perhaps on double 8. Well, it's not looking comfortable whatsoever. Double 4.
I just wonder whether the double 16 and double 8 might be abandoned now. Rescued on double 4 once more.
Oh, 21.
Needs to get that scoring touch back.
93.
Because if he loses this set, Dobey would be more than halfway to the finish line, and Cross would be nowhere towards it.
Well,
34.
7 out of 22 on the doubles, Dobey. 15 missed doubles, obviously. 10 of those, John, 10 have been at 16 and 8.
180.
The one thing about that, though, is it's almost been rendered irrelevant by the score line here. He can afford to have some bad stuff in the past of this because it hasn't cost him in the least overall.
He's back on double 16. Cross with the 180.
97. Richard required 32.
And here he is at 32. The hold throw. Double 8. And he's starting to figure it out. And
the leg dropped the throw first. Game.
now Rob back to the wall in a lot of ways, and having to throw is no reassurance.
8-3. Legs 1. And Dobey 1 away from a 3-set lead. Playing Rob Cross in every facet of this quarter-final.
Well, he needed every bit of that, and he's going to have to stay in that segment. You feel Chris just buzzing along. His cover shots are going if his initial ones aren't.
Rob Cross up to 6 in the world. Chris Dobey up to 15 in the world. Brilliant. They were cracking darts from Cross. He'd love another couple of those.
83. Robby required 121.
So no finish. Dobey's won the last 4 legs.
Be at 56 after 12. Your opponent not on a finish. You're going to feel pretty good about things. Cross will. But he's going to be under some pressure here because he needs this leg to save the set, and Dobey is poised.
Robby required 56.
Gotta go. Got to go. Just not happening for Rob Cross.
52.
He's sticking with double 16. And he's finally hit double 16. And it's 3 sets to 0 to Chris Dobey, who has total control. Yeah. I'm not quite sure that he knows what's going on, to be honest with you. Simple equation is he's being outplayed.
Well, super aggressive. Has the throw this set. And we have a break after this set. And Chris Dobey would like to be 4-0 up, having won 7 consecutive legs.
Oh, the deflection.
97.
Yeah, but he's back where he's been for the whole tournament. Beat O'Connor with 103 average. Beat Ross Smith 102.5. Beat Michael Smith 102.5. Do you know what, John? The best percentage at treble 20 hits in the tournament,
64.
Chris Dobey.
84.
And that has gone up tenfold in this match. 11 darter coming in. 6 consecutive legs for Chris Dobey.
And 11, there was a break, a throw. And that's textbook stuff.
140.
Well, I misspoke. If he gets to the break without losing a leg here, it would be 8 consecutive legs.
140.
I guess it's that difficult situation for a player, and a situation that you've been in many times, that all of a sudden you start to dream. You dare to dream of a World Championship semi-final. Can you get that out of your mind? Rob Cross with a 4th 180, 12 in the match. 12 in the match, John, in 14 legs. He has that look of somebody who knows he's in total control, but has got to just keep focused, keep the blinkers on, stay in that zone. Well, he gambled, not going the bull route.
Treble 17. And the bull, and this with Rob Cross on 32. What punishment! Unbelievable. And look at the emotion. He doesn't very often vent that out there, but he just had to there. A mammoth outshot with Rob Cross while waiting his favorite double, and he acknowledges what it really truly was, which was a thing of beauty.
A bit of razzle-dazzle Dobey. That's why they call him Hollywood, the sparkle. Well, that was incredible. And it came after Rob Cross passed on going for the ball. Any way back for Rob Cross.
After a couple of legs, look at those averages in this set.
93.
So it's the best we've seen of both of them, but it's only relevant for Chris Dobey. And it's all been Chris Dobey in terms of sets and legs. Because when you lose a set, your legs are erased, Stu.
Fantastic.
45.
Fantastic from Dobey. 104 is match average. And let me tell you, he has been that good.
96.
Well, what a way it would be to win the set now with the big fish, the 170. I mean, this is just too good. It's too good. A bull.
145.
And he clearly didn't need to go for it, but he is enjoying himself now.
I thought he was just going to hit the single 10, John.
Oh, yeah, sure.
25.
Not a bit of it. Magnificent from Chris Dobey. This is, I would say, right up there with one of the best performances of his entire life. He averaged, get ready for this, 122 in that set, Chris Dobey. It's all going to plan for Chris Dobey. Magnificent 161 finish. A rare display of emotion, and that was all after Rob Cross was sat on 32. He'd also turned down the ball when going for 81 in the same leg. And look how good Dobey has been.
Yeah, that's just better and better, and that's what you want. He was below the level he'd been at the whole tournament set 1. He got back up there in set 2, and he's just getting better as we go, trying to finish Cross off. And the one thing he failed to do in the match play there in 2022 was to finish Cross off, and he's trying to make up for that in spades here.
Well, Rob Cross's first World Championship quarter-final was that stunning win 6 years ago. And he beat Phil Taylor in Taylor's last ever game at the highest level. Launched himself into the darts big time. Could this be the tournament that Chris Dobey does exactly the same? Can Cross avoid the whitewash? Can he get a set on the board?
Not judging by those darts.
Only 3 legs in this quarter-final. A bit of darting deja vu about this. We mentioned earlier Van Gerwen beating Dobey 5-0 in the quarter-final at the Ali Pali 12 months ago, and Dobey won only 3 legs.
Well, Cross in the 4th leg of set 2 missed a double 18 to win that set 3-1, which would have made it 1-1 in sets, and an entirely different scenario for the match. And, well, he hasn't had won a leg since. And it's hard to remember opportunities for double either.
8 consecutive legs won by Chris Dobey.
174.
But a 174 from Cross gives him hope.
57.
What's Dobey thinking now? You've been in this situation. What's in your mind, John?
I think it would have been a little easier had he not had that break in play. Like, he's just so focused on getting to the line, and he's right in the groove, and it seems like he's picked it up well here. There in the 140, but Rob, double 16, 2-dart 92. And you saw Chris Dobey kind of checking everything out about the scoreboard and seeing the leg be marked up for Rob, and
51.
now he sort of lost his way, hasn't he?
Yeah, sometimes that break in play is a friend. Sometimes it's a real foe. Just lost a little bit of range. Chris Dobey. A chance here for Cross. In a way, I guess for Rob Cross as well, John, the shackles are off. He should just go up there and just have a go, give it a real go. 4 sets to 0 down. Nobody would have predicted that at 10-1 when we started this quarter-final.
It's so hard to keep that standard up there, and you know, in fact, he didn't bring that standard into the match, and he was able to win in any case. It was still pretty good, and he's elevated since then. A little dip here to start of set 5 with finish line in sight.
96.
Glimmer. That's all it is. A glimmer for Rob Cross. Double 16.
78. Robby requires 78.
Well, can he get this done? Will it be more than 1 dart for double? I think he needs it. So that treble 18, which he's so fond of, well, it isn't there for him. So it's 1 dart at tops for 2-0. And it's break a throw.
38.
Absolutely got away from him there.
Yeah. Didn't help, he had to move. 1 all. 2 legs away. Chris Dobey, 2 legs away from a World Championship semi-final. Worth pointing out as well, but last thing on the mind, but £100,000 guaranteed for getting through to the World Championship semi-final. Still to come, Luke Littler against Brendan Dolan. Can the teenagers' dream run continue?
And he's pulling himself right back into this leg. making Rob Cross take notice. He's gone the 19's way, and just even 5 of them total leaves the big fish.
With a 180 again from Dobey, his 9th. Can he make it 10?
Well, that would be getting greedy, don't you think?
Robby require 170.
But this time he will go for the ball.
Maybe that's why he didn't go for the bull last time. Maybe he's just not feeling it.
64.
No heroics from Dobey this time. Not quite, but that was fabulous.
Yeah. Well, what would be normally routine for him, and it is though. Hangs on, kind of a mock celebration.
Rare visit from Dobey without a big treble. There hasn't been many during this, especially with his first visit.
Well, an opening developing here, even with a ton, that still leaves Rob sitting in a position where he could take control of the leg. And he is. Straight in there. Wow. Back-to-back 140s. And that's good enough, Stu.
Yeah, it could have been so much more, but 140s they are. The average goes up to nearly 100. And 107, Rob Cross's average in this set. Played with freedom.
And also some necessity, though. I like that, down to 81. But to me, I love this leg. The 3 140s, the 81 out, usually in 2 darts. To me, it's the ultimate kind of darts leg for a top player. Well, he doesn't have to go with the bull way or anything. Well, maybe he should have.
Yeah, maybe he should have. That's the second time that he's done that.
But
last time, Dobey took out 161. Oh, this time it's double 11.
120.
I can only think that Rob really is not comfortable going for the bull at this point, because the one time he did on the 170, he was nowhere near. There was another occasion early in the match that it doesn't make sense to give Dobey those chances, but he got away with it.
And he's got a set on the board. On we go. Rob Cross with a little smile. It's only a little smile. It's 1 set down, 4 to go.
It's Premier League. Well, it is quarter-finals day here at the Palace. Chris Dobey looking like he was going to stroll through to tomorrow's semi-finals, but is a Rob Cross fight back on the cards? Not going to be easy, is it? But Voltage, he has got a set on the board. It is Dobey 4, Cross 1 in a race to 5. Let's see how the rest unfolds then and rejoin John and Stuart.
1 set for Chris Dobey. And he has the dart in this 6th set. He's averaging nearly 103. He's hit 9 180s. It's been a magnificent performance. Rob Cross averaging nearly 100. But he has lost all the big moments that have been significant in this match today. He did average 105 in that last set that he won. He's going to have to repeat the dose to give him a chance to stay in the match, I feel, John, in this set.
Yeah, is there some hint, though, of that match play match 2022 where looked all Dobey? Rob Cross managed, with help from Dobey, to come back and win. No, there wasn't really a lot of help from Dobey in that last set, but he wasn't quite at it either the way he had been. So if Cross can keep his standard up, he's going to think he has a chance.
Great cover shooting once more from Chris Dobey. He had a dream to parade the World Championship trophy at his beloved St James's Park in front of a packed crowd watching his Newcastle United. And that dream is still alive.
There's a kind of opening. He left the finish, but Rob could be better off with two big trebles. Well, he's going to hope he can even be just about the same place, and he isn't. Kind of an opportunity squandered from Cross there.
Absolutely.
Stay there. Now Rob's going to need more than a little bit of luck to try and snatch this leg away.
58. 72.
Tops it is.
32. Robby report 160.
If ever he needed something like this, it's probably now, John.
Well, it would return the favor. Dobey did it to him, right? On a 161. With him on double, but unable to do so. It's tops for Dobey. Hold his throw. One of three legs he needs to hold throw to advance to the semis. Or he could just break here and make it 3 straight legs. That's the probably simplest way, right?
14 legs to 6 in match play terms.
97.
Yeah, but you're right, John. Those first 2 sets really setting the tone.
78.
Dobey taking the first one against the darts, and then Cross having a chance to level it up. And after missing that one dart at double 18 for 1 set apiece, it's been a miserable New Year's Day so far for Rob Cross.
Well, yeah, Rob even had a couple of missed darts at double in the first set that might have changed what happened there. So he wasn't flying out of the box like in his top 16 game.
Doing what he has to do. He's got to find a break of Chris Dobey's throw.
He does. But if there's somebody that relishes these sort of absurd challenges, much like myself, I used to love that, but I think it's Rob. He's kind of a like-minded person in the sense of, well, if it's the harder it is to do, the more he'd like to do it.
Unlucky.
Yeah, that looked to catch the outside double 8 wire.
Yeah.
43.
It looked to be in. And now 143 for Dobey.
Well, this is pretty much must hit now. It isn't actually must hit, but if he doesn't take this leg, Dobey will have the throw for the match. And he does get it and prevent that being on offer for Chris. Chris shrugs and says, okay, have this. Seems like the 180s just are dropping in now, but the 140s will do.
Keep banging in 140s on your own throw. It makes it nigh on impossible, doesn't it, to break unless your opponent's hitting 9 or 10 darters.
Yeah, now Rob sizing that up, thinking, yeah, I need at least the 140. He's being outplayed in every category, scoring.
140.
But that's, in his mind, he's got to think so far. You know, maybe if he were to come back all the way, those stats could change to his favor. They would have to, you would think.
Well, he has to switch because, of course, 100 is no good.
Yeah, and that's where you hit that treble and it doesn't do you any good in terms of hitting another single. So there's an argument for staying on the 20s and getting that hit, the second dart.
Well, only 60 keeps Rob Cross very interested here. Oh, now he's very, very interested.
But Dobey has risen to the occasion when asked questions on much of this match. And it's double 16 for the 104. And that is much like many of the darts he's thrown at that target in this match, and way off.
All of a sudden, things maybe are changing. Rob Cross is throwing to get another setback.
And would have advantage of throw in the next set. Still a very bad position, but there's that glimmer of hope, the light at the end of the tunnel, whatever you want to call it. It's starting to give Cross that idea that he just might start doing something.
And of course the doubts then start creeping into the mind of Chris Dobey, don't they? 4-0 up and coasting, but not quite happening now, is it?
Well, yeah. I mean, Chris Dobey, I mean, his biggest capitulation of his career on that second biggest stage of the world and the match play. Now he's on the biggest stage in the world, and there's a nightmare beginning to form.
58, Robby 140.
It'll be in his mind, it has to be.
Especially when he himself brought it up and talked about it.
Yep.
79 left.
World Match Play 2022 first round. Dobey 8, Cross 2. Result, Dobey 9, Cross 11. They can't find a treble here, John.
And Cross, you know, comfortably after 12 darts. This could be a 14-dart leg, and Dobey still in the 200s.
Dobey averaging 88 in this sixth set.
And you want to miss outside if you miss. That's proper. You don't want to leave 10.
Yeah, a little raise of the eyebrows after he finally hit a treble. Presumably too little, too late. 4-0. Now 4-2. And Rob Cross has the darts. New Year's Day drama at the World Championship. Yet again. Year after year, it doesn't disappoint these last 3 days of the Ali Pali.
Well, best of 9 and to be up 4-0. It's hard to imagine not winning the match, but those thoughts have crossed his mind. I'm sure Dobey's looking very uncomfortable for someone who's up in 4-2 and 1 set away from winning. It should be the complete opposite.
Tightening up a bit, I think, John.
He should be striding to the line now, but it's quite the opposite.
That's where he wants to be. He just needs something to get him back on track. That may help.
Yeah, and Cross only one big treble prior to this visit, so it's actually a chance. Well, there we go. But still Dobey is in control here if he gets a big score.
90.
Well, left 1-3-5, and would have rather had 1-2-5, I'm sure, but 1-2-1. But Rob's got a big treble.
96.
Very interesting leg here.
50, yeah.
It's in. Treble 19. You can feel it, can't you, John? You can feel the tension has just gone up a level or two.
105.
Well, Cross needs his first ton plus out here in the worst way, and he can't after a 3. That's why you go to the 20s, perhaps.
37.
Although 19s you can miss left also.
To steady the nerves, double 4 has been kind. Pressure.
68.
Yeah. There's nowhere to go, but you got to stay up there and get the job done somehow. Rob's doing that right now. Double 4. He's looking like Rob Cross, Stu.
Well, he's seizing the moment. Can he seize the day? He can see a bit of panic in the eyes of his opponent, because all of a sudden the 180 set it up for him beautifully to take control. But Rob Cross now is playing like Rob Cross can, and Chris Dobey is under the cosh.
95.
Oh. Rob was continuing the attack. He was on a 9 earlier in the match. He won't be here, but he's still getting the job done. 189 and 83 ahead of his opponent after the same number of darts. Dobey, though, look at the fight. Brave stuff.
Fantastic game of darts. I have to say, John, unexpected drama, but we're not complaining.
Not in the least, it's great. Double 16. Double 8.
84.
He's missed quite a few doubles in a row now.
He has. And he should have won both these legs in this set. He's been way ahead and first to the double.
Well, with the way he's avoided going for the bull, and when he has gone for the bull, he's been nowhere near. Can he do it this time?
83.
He's just not liking the bull today.
Could you require 8?
It was heart in mouth time for Chris Dobey. The nerves are there, no doubt. That will settle them. Yeah. He knows he should be 2 up, John, in this 7th set. Well, there you go. That kind of sums up how he's feeling.
And there's a real rat-a-tat-tat about Rob Cross's throw right now that's working for him. And
96.
Dobey's summing up an attack here. He needs the big scores.
93.
Chips away and gets 93. Oh, good cover.
77.
A lot more urgency in the pace of Rob's play here. That's a great first start. Easily follows it. Well, leaves 22. Maybe it's not ideal with your opponent not on a finish, but you can, I guess, when you're under pressure, like Rob's been since being 4-0 down in sets.
1-7-7 in the last couple of legs. Rob Cross has come alive in this World Championship quarter-final. And the pressure ramps up on his opponent. It's one of the most famous poems ever written, John Parr, If, by Rudyard Kipling. If you could keep your head, but all about you are losing theirs. And that applies to Chris Dobey.
Well, it's a good motto, good poem. My father actually put that on my fridge a number of years ago, and I used to look at that all the time.
Inspiring.
It is inspiring. You have to remember the words and the meaning of the words, and sometimes, though, emotions can get the best of whatever thoughts you may wish to have. It's not always really up to us.
There's so many lines in that poem which are very apt to this sport, very apt to this particular match.
146.
He's wilting, John.
Robby required 90.
Is it 3 consecutive sets?
Okay, well, he wants to stay at that target again. Again, it's awkward when you've missed a target, but you still got to stay there. Unless he chose for double-double. Oh, he was going to go for 42,
74.
36, but it's a chance for Dobey to redeem himself.
That is buckle. Now then, it comes down to one-legged dance. Either Rob Cross gets it back to 4-3, or Chris Dobey is in the World Championship semi-final.
On a good cover there, but not so good on the last start, and Dobey will feel that's an opening.
Well, I'll tell you what, John, I doff my cap to Chris Dobey. After the barrage that he's been under, after the pressure that he's been under, that is fabulous. And so is this!
Well, you want drama, this is it. How about a third consecutive 180? No, not going to happen. But it is keeping him with Rob Cross still. Cross needs 2 big trebles, you feel, to leave an easier out. Let's put it that way. So just 1 big treble needed from Dobey to leave a 1 treble out.
He'd love all 3.
That'll do. He can come back for the match if Rob isn't perfect on this visit.
Fantastic drama. No finish. So is this the moment? Is this the biggest moment in Chris Dobey's career? He needs the ball for a place in the World Championship semi-final. That close!
Rob needs 50 to keep this thing going. His usual approach, a perfect perfect single 18 to leave that double 16. No problem whatsoever. Rob Cross is still alive. He's won 3 sets on the trot from 4-0 down, and he pumps his fist, and he should. It's unbelievable that this match is still going. Rob Cross, on almost hard alone, has come back in.
Start to New Year's Day. What a quarter-final. Chris Dobey had that dart at the bull to win the match. Oh, he was that close. The agony. And then the ecstasy as Rob Cross makes it 3 consecutive sets, 4-0, down and out, no doubt about it. Somehow he has shown immense character. Ooh, be careful, Rob, how you catch that dart. And that tells a story, John.
Yeah, look at that, how Dobey was rising and rising, but he's fallen since. He was 1 set away, had severe drop, and Rob kept going up ever so gradually and took full advantage there, and he's just stayed ahead of Dobey marginally, but it's been enough to stay alive in the match and to keep the dream alive of coming back from 4-0 down in a World Championship quarterfinal.
Well, that is how it's going to shape up over the next 3 days. Luke Littler against Brendan Dolan to come. I bet they thought they might be on an hour ago. Winner of this to play the winner of that. Then Van Gerwen against Scott Williams, Luke Humphries and Dave Chisnell. And then semi-finals on the 2nd, final on the 3rd. Chris Dobey has got to keep telling himself it's in his own hands, which it still is, having the dart in this 8th set.
Yeah, well, I guess you could have said he's had better opportunities, but right now this is Dobey's best opportunity. Win this set with the throw. And Cross, well, he's been in desperate attack mode anyway, in any case, for the last 3 sets, so he's just going to stay at it. Try and steal legs against throw when he can, make sure he holds his own. With every step closer on this comeback he gets, you feel a little more joy, Rob Cross, because he knows what's going through Chris's head, because they were both involved in that game in the match play there.
99.
The question is, can Dobey hold it all together? Because it's as much about Dobey's mental strength as anything else.
Wow, what timing to leave 87 attacking the throw. Nothing Dobey can do now to stop him getting a chance. Potential 11 dart leg here.
No darting doubts wheeling around in the mind of Chris Dobey. At 180 was an absolute cracker.
And Rob not opting not to go for 20 and bull there. Went for treble 18, gave Chris this chance, but he won't do it. He wanted 2 treble 19s for a double 18. And Rob is looked
426.
completely assured when going for that double 16 the last while. He owns it, really.
A break of throw. And it is a break of throw at the start of this 8th set. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. You're asking the question about comebacks. Well, friend Richard Ashdown has been messaging me. Big stats man. Remember Adrian Lewis coming from 5-1 down to beat James Wade 6-5 in the semi-finals some 12 or 13 years ago. That's 12 years to the day. You remember Wingate?
Yes,
with it. That was 5-1 to win 6-5. So that might be the only time that it's happened.
Well, no, but it hasn't happened from 4-0, not having done anything and come back.
So, no.
Yeah. So did have to win 5 consecutive sets, though. Very impressive from Adrian. Of course, I don't know how we forgot that, but I was thinking in the context of 2-0.
Yeah.
So this might be a first if it occurs. I mean, certainly Dobey has a lot of chance to make sure that doesn't happen still.
I'm going to ask you a question. How has this happened? How has this happened?
Yeah, I have to say that was after it was 4-0, there was a break in play, and Chris came back, and maybe just a different frame of mind and thinking, okay, wrap it up, maybe trying to force it a bit instead of letting it flow. Whatever it was, it took him off his game at the level he'd been, which was the best he'd been in set 4, and he struggled to get any sort of real consistency to the likes of sets 3 and 4. Ever since, he's not been to those levels.
Perhaps as well he dared to dream a little early.
But he is sitting now on 76 against the throw. Rob has not had a ton-plus finish of any kind. And that would have been phenomenal, but this, another redemption point perhaps for Dobey.
One dart. And that dart summing up Chris Dobey's last half hour, 40 minutes.
Well, Rob's not going to be able to just easily leave his double 16, so it must be a tops for 2-0.
Tops for 2-0. For Chris Dobey, is a nightmare going to happen again? The nightmare at the Winter Gardens. Is it going to be the nightmare at the Alexandra Palace?
Well, considering everything you know he's got to be thinking, trying not to think, but it's there. That's a great start. Absolutely. 1-3-1. I mean, first step here is, obviously he wants to come back from 2-0 down in this set and wrap up the match. And holding your throws, step 1. He only needs one break a throw, and then hold a throw again. So, although it's looking quite perilous for him in a lot of ways,
but he was carefree, wasn't he, John? He was playing with an enormous amount of freedom, and then all of a sudden,
yeah, he's back to not freedom, but he's back to efficiency. Needed efficiency. It's just sort of.
Well, the other thing it's worth saying, that dart he missed at tops to win that last leg.
Oh wait, this is a 180 perhaps to change everything. He might be able. Now Dobey has to get to 130.
Yeah, and he may well. Double 5. It's just the boost he needs. Well, that was a well thrown dart, but the dart he missed at tops in the last leg to break back was the dart that he was hitting again and again and again at the start of the first half of this match.
The treble 18 has given him a lot of troubles for something he's supposed to like, Rob, and it still does. So he doesn't get the opportunity at full.
One leg back, but it's Rob Cross who has the darts to make it 4 sets all. And I have to say, John, I cannot quite believe that I'm saying that.
Well, you better get used to saying other things too. By the looks of this start, he had a 180 in the last leg, one here to open, and he gave a look over to his support as if I'm in charge. But is he? Is he? The similar look from Dobey. Oh, they're going at it now.
Astonishing. The last 7 legs, Rob Cross, 4 180s, 2 177s.
Oh, well, not a good switch. So he goes back up. And he totally let Rob off the hook there for only having one big treble. In fact, Rob now cruising down, thinking about 12 dart legs.
Well, a 140 is the minimum requirement for Dobey. Got to stay there, hasn't he? Got to stay there. Brilliant. At least he's left a finish.
127.
Yeah, well, we'll see how Rob manages this attack. Well, now he's going straight for the 17s, no question asked, but does he go for the bull? Does he? Or he did, and it was his best effort yet, but still not good enough.
170.
It's scarcely believable as Chris Dobey led 4 sets to 0. Rob Cross now throwing to make it 4 sets apiece. Unbelievable! What a comeback! Astonishing this from Rob Cross, and you feel now that the pendulum has swung in his favour. Chris Dobey was 4-0 up. Rob Cross takes us to a 5th and deciding set. Has Dobey got anything left mentally to stay in the World Championship?
Well, you know, Dobey in that last set averaged 103, but Rob averaged 105. So he's doing everything he has to do to get back in. And now he has the advantage of throw to keep the momentum going.
When your luck's out.
Well, yeah, I mean, that would have been fantastic, and he's quite unlucky there.
He's buzzing, isn't he, Rob Cross? And he's playing now with a man who believes, I've got you. This is mine. I'm going to win. I'm going to produce one of the greatest comebacks ever.
Well, yeah, it's the New Year's brought us this gem. It didn't look like it was particularly going to be too interesting. How wrong we can be. Always just assume things will play out in an obvious manner. This has done nothing of the sort.
Rob Cross has not been in front at any stage in this match. Is he about to?
Wow. His first plus out of the match comes in the deciding set to open it.
Dobey fires back.
Oh, it's just unbelievable stuff. Cross refuses to be left in the dust, and a huge yell on the answer. This is darts.
57.
Dobey blinks.
What a moment and an opportunity here for Cross. But he can't find it either. It's just all too much this particular visit.
58.
That might settle Dobey down.
Incredible tension.
Now Rob has to be somewhat careful, perhaps. We'll go to the 19s back. Well, he could stay there. He could go either treble. Or that one even. To leave 170. But it's 164 to go first. It won't for Dobey. And he's not getting much headway into a setup either.
No, making a mess of this, Chris Dobey.
44.
He's made a terrible mess of this.
Well, I think Rob is, you know, with 120 left for Dobey, he has to go if he gets a chance, but he won't. And his setup play is lacking as well.
40.
Nerves, we said before. All about pressure.
And that is it there,
Yeah,
isn't
absolutely.
it? In a nutshell, that.
48. Robby 130.
All about the pressure.
And what else it's all about is the first dart. The first dart that Rob throws here, whether it's still alive, needs the treble to lead bull. He's hit that. He's already had a ton plus out in the first leg. A 130 out on offer in the second leg on the ball.
Sudden, he's on the cusp of arguably the greatest comeback, not in World Championship history, but in darts history.
Oh, and he's playing with pure confidence now. He's mad at himself. He knows what a great position he's found himself in. He's earned it, every bit of it.
Can you believe, for Chris Dobey, history could be about to repeat itself in the most cruel of cruelest fashions.
Well, but Cross sneaks out a 93. So Dobey needing two big trebles, and he's gone. He's gone here.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't blame him. He needs a first start to go into treble 20 on his next visit, and he could get a 180. But he needs that anchor of the first start.
And another Kipling quote, John, which is so apt: if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss. And that's what these two have been doing. And Chris Dobey shows immense character.
And he shows what that first start in the treble can do for you. It did pull those other two in with it. But Cross now, he'll be on a great finish, a 110. He's had a 117 out, a 130 out, and he could win this match with a 110. He never had a ton plus out in the whole match up to this set. He could win it with 3 consecutive.
But Dobey shows fantastic character with a 180 and a 140. Treble 18 for Cross to set up match start. And I have to say, Dobey, it looked like he had gone, John.
Yeah, but he managed to get a 12 darts to lead double, and needs that double 10. And oh, it's so much justice for Dobey. He deserves a chance to fight back a little bit here.
I'll tell you what, with all the demons lurking, that was incredible from Chris Dobey.
But it's all about his first start on these scoring visits. Yeah. If he's not getting that treble, it's total desperation. If he gets it in, he's following. And Rob adjusting around the board, just picking away at these big trebles as he can, and doing a really effective job of getting down the leg.
Needs a treble. Not enough. You just feel it's not enough.
Great adjustment. And I'm sure he wanted more, but he'll take that for now. First start. No. Stabbing at these things. Can't adjust. He needs that first start so much, Chris Dobey, at this stage.
Rob Cross can sense it. Rob Cross can feel it.
He's going to go for the treble 19.
43.
And that is an invitation that might just help Chris settle a bit. Well, he still needs some luck, because he'll have to finish the 152 or hope Cross can't get this set up. And he is getting it set up.
Oh, what a shot, what a dart!
152.
Oh, he can't. He can't.
What a shot that would have been to save the match, but instead it's 93 left, a treble 19 and a double 18 away from the semis, away from history.
Double 19. He went for double 19, double 18, and it hasn't worked out. So Dobey, who bravely battled back, can he force the tiebreak? Brilliant from Dobey! Brilliant!
With the score standing at 4 sets all, 2 legs all, the match must now be won by 2 clear legs. Should the match reach 5-5, the 11th leg will be a sudden death leg. Finlay is Rob to throw first. Game on.
I'm shaking with excitement, John.
I know. Our comms table is vibrating here.
It's that good though, isn't it? Blimey. It's that good. Rob Cross was 2 legs up in the final set. Chris Dobey showed courage like you cannot believe.
Well, Rob Cross was offered 110 to win it. He was offered 93 to win it. He couldn't do either. He couldn't get the darts for double.
That'll help settle him. Still averaging 100, both of them. In the 37th leg of one of the greatest games you will see on this stage.
Well, one good thing for whoever wins this match is they can go after the match and get a 20-hour sleep to be ready for tomorrow.
They'll need it.
Yes.
Lost his way, didn't he?
Robby Moyle 150.
Only catch is whoever wins this won't be able to sleep for a week, probably.
What a dart, what a visit. What a time it would be to take out 124.
Well, he missed it for the match.
Frustration. 1 miss to break at the ball. Second time he's had that equation. First one for a match, this time for a break. And cross holes and on we go. Now the pressure reverts to Dobey.
Or just stays on Dobey. I don't think. Well, there was a long time where the pressure was firmly on the shoulders of Rob Cross, but there's been a few sets now where it's been firmly on Dobey. Even before he lost the lead, you felt it was on him. I mean, he brought it up in the interview before the match about everything changed for him after that epic match where he let that lead go against Cross.
16 180s for Chris Dobey. Could be 10 for Rob Cross.
Well, the last match of 2023 went all the way to the 11th leg of the final set, and the first match of 2024 might do the same.
Yeah, that epic win by Luke Humphreys against Joe Cullen.
57, British require 46.
For a magnificent 11 darter.
Well, it's okay for now. Can Cross put the heat on with 2 big trebles? Zero heat, but you don't want to start missing his side and getting down to an awkward double. You want to hit it right away. No, double 4. Double 2, and it's getting awkward.
Nice bust.
Oh, that's a smart move.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, the bright move there.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
96.
He won't be busting here, though.
16.
No, he won't. Well, he hopes he's not going to.
Oh, the pressure. That's 5 he's missed now. 6 he's missed.
Game.
Whoa! Oh, wow!
Yeah, the
Double
one,
2 to stay in the World Championship.
and of all the things, it's the hardest to do on that in that situation with that pressure is to keep the weight true for what you need to do, and he did somehow. I mean, the weight's the first thing to go, and that's under that excruciating pressure.
Well, look at that stat. Dobey, 60 darts at double. Nearly twice those that Rob Cross has. He's had 17 180s, nearly twice that Rob Cross has hit. What a leg, 140 Cross, 180 Dobey, 180 Cross. Ridiculous.
Well, it's clear that Cross doesn't want to fall behind in the match ever again by that response to the 180 of Dobey. And a setup visit. And he leaves double 18.
After 9 darts.
10 dart leg maybe, under this sort of pressure.
Wow.
100. Robby requires 36.
Whisper it quietly. Still got Littler against Dolan to come.
10 dart leg! What on earth?
Game on.
What is Dobey thinking? He got a 180 to start the leg, and he was nowhere near in the end.
140.
This is the 40th leg of a wonderful, wonderful game. It's a true sporting drama and entertainment.
59.
And they're both still averaging 100 in this quarter-final.
Well, if the two names Dobey and Cross weren't intertwined forever already, it will be now.
He's knocking on the Dobey door.
Yeah, but Cross needs something really special here in order to threaten Dobey truly. Oh, yeah, so get 2 treble 19s would work. Yes, he's left the finish.
This is just brilliant. We've been going nearly 2 hours, John.
And you need the good setup play once you miss the first dart, and that is good. Well done, Chris Dobey. But this 170 is for the match. I mean, it's unbelievable stuff, but if we see a couple of treble 20s go, the mic might drop to the floor.
Keep a tight hold, my friend. But there's still pressure on Dobey here. He's got to get this, otherwise it could be over.
18 score.
13 for tops. I think 1 dart for Dobey. 1 dart has gone. This to complete a quite astonishing comeback. Can scarcely believe it when Dobey led 4-0. Rob Cross's wife, Georgia. For the match. Cross wins one of the greatest games you will ever see at a World Championship or ever. It's desolation and despair for Chris Dobey, who led by 4-0. He banged in 17 180s, but he's lost as Rob Cross produces a miracle, a darting miracle of New Year's Day.
Yeah, he got it back to a last set. He averaged 102 in that set. Started it out with 2 big finishes, a 130 and a 117. But no finish bigger than the 70, which takes him to the semis.
He averaged 102 in that set. They both averaged 100 throughout. 4-0 down. out, gone, going home. But not a bit of it. He's won 5 consecutive sets. It really is astonishing. Scarcely believable. And Rob Cross wins 5-4 and wins one of the best games that you will ever see.